South India. In my first video, I give introduction about North India, South India. In second video, I explain about the dynasties ruled over North India. And today, in this third video, I am going to explain about the dynasties ruled in South India, chapter 4, lecture 3, standard 7, SS. Got it? My dear student, in this lesson, we are not getting more information about each and every king, but very few lines are given about different dynasties, who were the strong ruler, who were the powerful ruler, who was a good ruler, okay, and their characteristics. So, my dear student, as I explained, after the death of Harshvardhana in North India, after the death of Harshvardhana in North India during the 7th century. During the 7th century, the North Indian states were, all the provinces were started and they made themselves independent. Same thing happened here in South India also. After the death of Pulkesi II, after the death of Pulkesi II, the kingdoms was disintegrated in the many states. Okay, it was a big state, but slowly after the death of Pulkesi II, it turned into small states, and each dynasty started. They made themselves independent. Here I have written, after the demise of Pulkesi II, most of the states, they made themselves independent. And my dear student, many were there. Pallava dynasty, Chola dynasty, Rashtrakuta dynasty, okay, many dynasties were there. Here we are learning about each and every dynasty. First thing about Pallava dynasty. My dear student, Pallava dynasty was one of the strong dynasty we can consider. And my dear student, in that dynasty, King Narsi Varma was the most powerful ruler. Okay, my dear student, Narsi Varma was the most powerful ruler of Pallava dynasty. And my dear student, he was the lover of art and literature. We know each and every king, okay, they like to construct temples or some other things, okay, and they also love literature. If anybody is good in writing, okay, so they just give money for that, okay. So Narsi Varma was the lover of art and literature. My dear student, we can consider about their prosperity and other things by the one of the temple which was built in Kailasnath. One temple built in Kanchi. The name of temple is Kailasnath. Okay, in Kanchi, temple Kailasnath. That is the best example of Pallava dynasty. Got it? So what happened? First thing is Pallava dynasty. Narsi Varma was the strongest ruler of that dynasty. He was the lover of art and literature. And my dear student, we can get information about him from the famous temple Kailasnath built in Kanchi. Got it? After that we have Chola dynasty. Okay? After we have Chola dynasty, Tanjore was the capital of Chola dynasty. Which was the capital? Tanjore. Okay? Another name is Tanjavaram. But don't worry, we are learning only this word. Okay? Tanjore. And my dear student, Tanjore was the, we can say, they spread their dynasty because of that they have good army. We can say about navy army. Okay? The army which fight in a sea, that is called navy. Okay, that is called navy. This Chola dynasty have a navy army, and because of that they attack on Ceylon. Ceylon means Sri Lanka. Today Sri Lanka. Earlier it was called Ceylon. They won it. And my dear student, this credit goes because of the navy army. Which kind of army? Powerful navy army. Got it? And my dear student, at that time, in that Chola dynasty, one king was there, Raj Raja. Okay? And my dear student, Raj Raja was the most powerful ruler, and he had a systematic administration system. How? Because he started measuring land and the local self-government, everything he introduced. So Raj Raja Raj Raja was one of the best ruler we can consider. Okay, so Chola dynasty, which was the capital, Tanjore was the capital, and what was their main uh, we can say characteristic about their kingdom. My dear student, they have most powerful navy army. Okay, and because of that they won Ceylon and other areas also. And here Raj Raja has a systematic way of administration, because he started measuring land and the local self government, everything he introduced. Okay, after that Rashtrakuta. My dear student, when I explained about North India, I said Pratihara kings, they have continuously conflict, fighting with Rashtrakuta. Okay, these kings. My dear student, the meaning of Rashtrakuta is head of a state or area. Rashtra means area or state. Okay, Rashtrakuta means the head of a state or an area. What is? And my dear student, here I have written Govind III. Govind III was the one of the great king in this dynasty. And one more, my dear student, here I have written, okay, Deccan. Deccan means south. Dakhan. Another word is Dakhan. So Rashtrakuta means head of a state or area, and Govind III was the most powerful ruler of this dynasty. Got it? Govind III. And my dear student, here I have written that they occupy most of the Deccan. Deccan means Dakhan. Deccan means Dakhan, south. Got it? After that we have Pandya dynasty. At present, Pandya dynasty we can find in Madurai and Tirunelveli. That is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, Madurai and Tirunelveli. This Pandya dynasty, my dear student, at that time, one Greek traveler came to India, and he noted about this kingdom that at that time the female used to rule over community. Okay, so it is said the importance to the female were given during this time. So Pandya dynasty, female used to rule in community, and that is written in the book of Greek traveler Megasthenes. Here I also said that present we can find out these Pandyas in Madurai and Tirunelveli. Okay. After that we have Chera dynasty. Okay. Some are saying Kera, some are saying Chera. Don't worry. Okay. We can consider as a Kera dynasty. Okay. And today this Kera dynasty is considered as a Kerala. Okay. It is separated from Tamil Nadu. And now we have Kerala. Okay, so it is written here Kera. Now it is Kerala. Okay, it is separated from the state Kepalputra Rajya. What is? My dear student, Athen II was the great king of that Kera dynasty, and Setungwan was also belong to this dynasty. Got it? Once again I repeat here. In Rashtrakuta, who was the most powerful ruler? Govind III. After that, Pandya. In Pandya, main characteristic is that female used to rule in community, and that is written in the book of Megasthenes. Okay. And after that, at present we will find these Pandyas in Madurai and Tirunelveli. Okay. After that, Kera dynasty. Present it is Kerala. And my dear student, Athen II and Setungwan, they were belong to this Kera dynasty or Chera dynasty. Got it? My dear student, you will find things to know. In the book you will find things to know. That in things to know, one line is given about each and every dynasty. That Upala dynasty ruled in Kashmir, Shahya dynasty ruled in Gandhar, Chandela ruled in Bundelkhand, Hoysala in Dwar Samudra, and Yadavas rule in Devnagari. My dear student, when we discuss about Rajput age, the female of Rajput were called Rajputani. The female of the wife of Rajput, that is called Rajputani. And Rajputani, my dear, when we say about the word Rajputani, today we know that when we see some programs about the Rajput girls, they perform dance with sword. They perform dance with sword, and they were very brave. We can consider, we can say they were known for their chastity and fearlessness. Chastity. Those who have seen the movie Padmavat, have you seen the movie Padmavat? In that movie Padmavat, you will find in the end all the female Rajput female they perform Johar. Johar means to burn alive. Okay, when the husband die, when the husband die in a battlefield, they perform Johar. Okay, my dear student, and my dear, when they send their brother or a father or maybe a husband, what they do, they put tilak on their forehead and they with a great feeling, happiness, okay, they send their brother or a husband or father, whoever, to the battlefield. And my dear student, they were ready to perform Johar if they are defeated. And my dear student, we have many examples. If you have time, you can see the last part of the movie Padmavat. Okay, it is there that in the end Rani Padmavati and other female they perform Johar. My dear student, we have great examples of Rajput in Gujarat also. Have you visited Rani Ki Vav? Rani Ki Vav is one of the we can say construction, okay, step well. It was built by Queen Udaymati, the wife of Bhimdev II in Patan. Okay, so Rani Ki Vav is one of the best example. And my dear student, at that time, in a Dwarka, one king was there, and he had two ministers, Vastupal and Tejpal. Vastupal and Tejpal, those who are Jain, those who are following Jainism, they know this name Vastupal and Tejpal because Vastupal and Tejpal they built many Jain temples at different places in Abu, and that is called Dilwara, and in Bhavnagar side on Shatrunjay hill. Okay, so we have many examples about the Rajput age. Next time when we will discuss about the question answer, that time I will going to explain everything. Thank you.